Hello, word nerds! Welcome to the dictionary! This is Spencer! Welcome to episode F-164! Hey everybody, we're gonna get into some words. It's dictionary time. This is your favorite time of the day. Dictionary time! Woo, yay! Real quick, let's get some of those sort of administrative things out of the way. If you check the show notes, there are many ways that you could get in contact with me if that is something that you would so much like to do. You can tell me about anything about the show, about me, about yourself. You can tell me your own word of the episode after you listen to an episode. If you wanted to write your own little theme song for this show, maybe I will put it in an episode. Real short, 15 seconds max, please, and thank you. You can leave a voicemail with any of those things. You can check out the Patreon. $1 a month. One little American dollar a month. It's not even worth very much. That will get you early episodes and maybe some exclusives. You can watch this show on YouTube if you haven't done that. If you want the visuals, which is usually me here in my very simple little office. The visuals are great. You can watch this on YouTube. And when there's a guest, you get the visuals of them too. It's lovely to see their faces. They're beautiful people. You should look at them. What else? Merchandise. You can buy a shirt with the dictionary logo, the current logo, or a few other things that I've made. That link is in the show notes. What else is there? I think that's mainly it. You know, there's an email and social media and stuff. So, we got to talk about the words. The end is going to be a little odd, but we'll get there. So, the first word in this episode is way down here at the bottom of the page. It's foolish. Foolish. Adjective from the 13th century. If you believe that this podcast and me, myself, and I are foolish, then you would be right. Number 1, lacking in sense, judgment, or discretion. I'm just saying stuff. I don't care what I'm saying. I have no discretion. And I'm not thinking ahead. I don't care about what the consequences are. I'm just going to say it. I try not to do this in reality, though. But here we go. Number 2A. The synonyms are absurd and ridiculous. Do you think this podcast is absurd and ridiculous? It's foolish, but it's fun. It's fun and educational. It's edutainment. Number 2B, marked by a loss of composure, and the synonym is nonplussed. When I am feeling so nonplussed, I have lost composure. How do you even do that? If you have lost composure and you're nonplussed, you're like, oh, but I just can't. I don't have any pluses anymore. I'm feeling so foolish. Number 3, the synonyms are insignificant and trifling. There may have been something about fool like unimportant in the previous episode. And so, yeah, it's just foolish. It doesn't matter. It's trifling. A synonym for everything is the word simple. There could have some connotations behind that word depending on the context. And foolishly is an adverb. That's it for that, but we got a little bit more. We got a few fool words here. Fool. The sound effect I'm going to make is going to be wee. The next word is foolishness. Noun from the 15th century. Number 1, foolish behavior is foolishness. Why? What is with all of this foolishness? Quit you and your foolishness. No, we want more. We need more foolish behavior, but in a good way, in a ridiculous, absurd way. I think that's the foolishness we need. Spencer here with his foolishness, bringing his foolishness on the foolishness ship. Number 2, a foolish act or idea, like this podcast. This podcast is foolishness. That's the tagline. The dictionary, foolishness. Whee! Now we have foolproof, one word adjective from 1902. It's like baby proof. The fool cannot handle this thing. It's foolproof. This is so simple, plain, or reliable as to leave no opportunity for error, misuse, or failure. The example is a foolproof plan. Are there any foolproof plans? I don't think so. It's gonna work. The plan is gonna work. It's perfect. Any fool can pull off this plan. That's why it's foolproof. Foolproof. I'm trying to put those words in together in my head. Like I think of baby proof, but also proof. What's that word mean in this context? It's I can't wait to get to the P's so we can talk about this context of this word proof. Like we're just so used to these words together, we don't even think about like what does it actually mean. I mean, in this context, it's a fool. A fool can do it. Is that what you're trying to say? Even I can pull off this plan. I don't know about that. All right, moving on to there is a reason for this sound. Now we have fool's cap. Fool's cap, all one word. You could also separate it into two words, and the first word would be fools with an apostrophe S because it's the cap that goes on the fool. I have no caps here. I am capless. Noun from 1602. Number 1, a cap or hood, usually with bells worn by jesters. A cap or hood, usually with bells. That's the first part, and it is worn by jesters. Or, you know, we saw in the previous episode, fool, they just call him the fool. They're there on retainer, so they're wearing the cap with bells. Number 2, a conical cap for slower or lazy students. Ooh, I imagine, you know, back in the day, they were like saying, is the dunce cap. You go sit in the corner with the dunce cap because you're the dunce. And wow, that probably made people feel really bad. Don't you think? Maybe we should not have been putting a hat on people, a conical hat, to show that they are lazy or slow or not as smart as other people. What is this? This is mean. But I do want to see. Well, I guess I'll look up fool's cap. Fool's cap photo. I want to see a photo of some kid from, I don't know, the 30s wearing a fool's cap. Maybe it's not. I mean, it's only showing the one with the bells and a bunch of other stuff. But maybe I just need to. Or maybe I should type in with the apostrophe S. If I could. Ooh, I found the apostrophe. Yep, lot more images of the hat with the bells. I mean, you know, this does look like a very nice hat. Maybe I should get one of these hats. I'm not a hat guy. And there's a couple of versions. Like there's this one that keeps on coming up that has two things on the sides, like pigtails. They look like pigtails. It's got red and green and yellow, maybe some blue. But then there's also this one where there's two big pieces coming out with the bells on the end by the ears. The cap goes from under the chin to the top of the head. But then there's another one that's sticking out from the top of the head, and they're all sort of flopping down and going for it, and they all got bells, and I think I need one of these hats. This is the hat that I would wear. But what I really wanted to see was the dunce cap. Now, we are obviously not in the D section here, but oh, yeah. Most of these look like they're models. They're set up. I want to see an actual photo of an actual person wearing the dunce cap. I don't know if we're going to find this, but well, here's one that I don't know. It still looks set up, but there is somebody in the background just standing, kind of looking at the wall, wearing a very tall white pointed hat, which has other connotations. So, yeah. Okay, we are going to move from fool's cap for slow or lazy students to number 3. This one would be normally one word, and this is a size of paper formerly standard in Great Britain, but broadly a piece of writing paper. And when I typed in fool's cap photo, all one word, fool's cap, I did see a whole bunch of pictures of paper, just lined paper, and I was very confused by that. So I was like, I think there's going to be a definition coming up that is talking about writing paper. And we did. We found it. We saw it. It was the former standard paper in Great Britain called the fool's cap. But why is it called the fool's cap? Well, the etymology for number 3 says it is from the watermark of a fool's cap formerly applied to such paper. So they stamped these papers with the jester's fool's cap. Is that right? I'm going to have to look more into that again, I guess. I don't know. I guess I could just go back to my page here and just hit back. Hit the back button. The wonderful back button. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got some stamps. And yes, in the corner, there are incredibly ornate stamps that have a whole picture and a wreath and a thing, and this one's got a whole top half of a person, the jester, the fool, but there's a crown above him too, and these couple have wreaths around the thing, and one of them's got a building in there with the fool and the fool's cap at the top of the building. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know why they decided to use this, but I think those British people, they know all of their history perfectly. So that was that. Now there's no other etymology. I think 1 and 2 are pretty obvious. And number 3, we got its own etymology. Weird, but interesting and helpful. Thank you. So now, but I think there's also a mushroom, because when I was looking up photos, there was the fool's cap mushroom. And there wasn't any definition here about a mushroom. So just be aware that there's a mushroom maybe called fool's cap. Whee! Next is fool's gold. 2 words. It's got the apostrophe S in there. Noun from 1872. The synonym is pyrite, P-Y-R-I-T-E. But broadly, any of various pyritic minerals resembling gold. Could you have figured that out from the name? Fool's gold? Hey, we got some gold here. Oh my gosh, we've been panning for gold all day. We got gold. Oh crap. No, it's pyrite. Oh, ding dang. Ding dang dong. Fool's gold. They got the fool, the nature fooled you with the fake gold. Whee! Now we have fool's paradise. 2 words. Noun from the 15th century. This is a state of delusory happiness. How would you say that word? Delusory? Delusory. You are happy, but it's a delusion? You are your happiness, a state of delusory happiness. You are not in paradise. You are not happy. It's all a delusion. It's fake. It's a mirage. It's a hallucination. I need more context of what is a state of delusory happiness? What would get you into that state? They're in a fool's paradise. They think they're happy, but they're not happy? Or they're happy for the wrong reason? There's probably other options. Whee! Next is fool's parsley. Oh, it's worth even more than gold. Aha, we fooled you with this fake parsley. You thought you had something good on your hands with that parsley, but it's just fool's parsley. It's chives. Fool's parsley, number 2, 2 words with apostrophe S. It is a noun from 1755. It is a poisonous European weed of the carrot family that resembles parsley, obviously, and is naturalized in the northern U.S. and southern Canada. It's a European weed, and it came over here somehow. The species name is Aethusa senapium. And it's of the carrot family. Maybe parsley is of the carrot family too. I don't know enough about that stuff. I don't think chives look like parsley. Parsley is that thing that goes on your plate and it just looks pretty, but most people don't eat it. I don't know how well it tastes, but definitely don't have this fool's parsley because it's poisonous. It's poisonous. Whee! That is the sound of the little soccer football players on a table of foosball. 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 It is a noun, often capitalized, one of the most fun games around. It's from 1977. Wait, did they invent foosball in 1977? Or is that when the name got into English? Let's keep on reading. It's a table game resembling soccer or football. Foosball? Resembling soccer in which the ball is moved by manipulating rods to which small figures of players are attached. And when you spin the rod, they go, whee! Oh boy, wouldn't that be great if there was some like electronic version of this game where everything that you did, there was like a little sound effects would come like from the players with speakers, and they would like they're like sensors, and it would work well with when you spin it or when you hit the ball, and they would know like when to respond. Somebody could make that so easy. And then when you spin it, they go, whee! There'd have to be different versions. You got to keep it interesting. If somebody makes that, give me a cut. So it is called also table soccer. Table soccer. It's soccer on a table. Now we got to know where this word came from. I mean, I have an idea, but I don't know if it's right. It is probably modified of the German Tischfußball, capital Tischfußball, Tischfußball, which is from Tisch, which means table, plus Fußball, which means soccer, but really, Fuß means foot and ball means ball, so it's football, which is the name that makes much more sense. Soccer makes no sense. Why do we even use the word soccer? One day we'll find out the etymology of soccer. We can't find it out now. So yes, football, but it's the German Fußball, which is why it's an S instead of a T, but you could also kind of fudge it and be like, it's footsball. The plural of foot is obviously foots. And then we just lost that T there, so it's Fußball. But the Germans probably pronounce it Fuß and not fuss, because it's spelled like fuss. Fuss in boots. Fuß in boots. So Fußball. It's a German word, right? That's it. That's really all it is. All right, now we are going to move on to our last word. It's the word foot, F-O-O-T. First form, there are a number of phrases at the end of this first form, and I'm going to put those into the next episode to sort of ease you into that episode. So, foot, noun. The plural, it's not foots. As much as we all want it to be, it's not foots. The plural is feet or foot again. So, this is from before the 12th century. We got so many definitions. Number 1 for foot. The terminal part of the vertebrate leg upon which an individual stands. If you are standing on your elbows, well, first of all, you're standing on the wrong part. But now your elbow's called the foot. It's whatever is you're standing on at the end of your limb. It's the foot. But because you're not standing on these hands, some people can do a handstand on their hands, but it's only temporary. Temporarily, you can call these hands your foots, but only briefly. Number 2 is an invertebrate organ of locomotion or attachment, especially a ventral muscular surface or process of a mollusk. A mollusk, they have a foot. They use it to move. Just like we use our feet to move, the mollusk will use their foot to move as well. Number 3, any of various units of length based on the length of a human foot, which of course we know is standard across the world. Everybody's foots are the same length. Well, no, obviously. Back in the day, a lot of the measurements were based on pieces of the body, hands, arms, feet, obviously, the height of a person, but everybody's different. And so this was not a good way to measure things. They didn't quite understand this. Foot is about this long. So that's why we have the imperial standard in the U.S. length of a foot. But it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Especially when you dig into it. It is a unit equal to 1/3 of a yard. A yard is just 3 times a foot. And it comprises of 12 inches. Who thought up 12? Why would you divide it into 12? Why not 10? Why not 18? Why not 24? Well, what was the purpose of the 12? The plural foot, when you say foot as a plural, it is used between a number and a noun, as in a My phone is makes bad sounds. Move the phone. Um, the example is a 10-foot pole. So the pole is 10 feet, but when it's between the number and the noun, the 10 and the pole, you just say foot, a 10-foot pole. The plurals feet or foot are used between a number and an adjective, as in 6 feet tall. The adjective is tall, so you use feet or foot. Either one, I guess, is fine. But really, if you want to start saying a 10-foot pole or it is 10 foot tall, then I think that's okay too. I am not quite 6 foot tall. If you put 6 foot up next to me, it will be stinky, but I will not reach the top of those foots. It says to see the weight table, which is weird. Are feet weight? Why would you send me to the weight table to see foot? Anyway, number 4, the basic unit of verse meter, consisting of any of various fixed combinations or groups of stressed and unstressed or long and short syllables. And this is about poetry and verse and stanzas and foot. Stressed and unstressed, you know everything about that. So I'm going to go on to 5A. Motion or power of walking or running. The synonym is the word step, as in fleet of foot. So we're using foot in a very weird way here. Weird as in weird to me. Not weird as in weird to everybody. Just it's not normal to me. Fleet of foot. Okay, so if you are fleet of foot, then maybe you are quick on your feet. And it's the motion or power of walking. You have the motion or power of walking or running, and it's just a not common way to use this. I think who is using this? Not me, but sometimes when I'm walking, I am fleet of foot. In fact, after this, I shall be going for a long walk with my wife, and we will be fleet of. She is more fleet of foot than I am, much more. 5B. The synonyms are speed and swiftness, as in showed early foot. All right, this number 5, A and B, I've never heard this before. Showed early foot. That probably means they're doing a race and they bolted out in front of everybody else, which is not really the smartest thing to do. I know you got all that adrenaline, but you gotta hang back a little bit. Don't waste your energy. Showed early foot. They showed early speed, early swiftness out the gate, and then they fell down tired. Number 6, something resembling a foot in position or use, where it's located, how it's being used. It's like a foot, like 6A, the lower end of the leg of a chair or table. Just what is it sitting on? What is that table sitting on? It's sitting on a foot, because it's like it's the end of the leg and it's standing on it. 6B1, the basal portion of the sporophyte in mosses. So mosses, they have to be attached somewhere, and I'm assuming that it's the where the base, the bottom part of the moss is connected to a tree or whatever it is. That would be the foot, the moss foot. I want to see the foot of a moss. 6B2, a specialized outgrowth by which the embryonic sporophyte, especially of many bryophytes, absorbs nutrients from the gametophyte. Are we still talking about mosses? I got lost. I'm not sure. Number 6C. So this is still something resembling a foot in position and use. 6C. A piece on a sewing machine that presses the cloth against the feed. This, I believe, this is the thing on that sewing machine that literally looks like a foot. The whole contraption comes down, and then there's those like 2 pieces that like stick right out. And I think the sewing needle goes in the middle, and then you're putting your fabric underneath it. And I think that's why they call it a foot, because it looks like a foot. It's like standing on your fabric. Number 7. So this is chiefly British, and the plural would be foot, not feet or foots. It's foot. The synonym is infantry. So they're military people. They call them the Foot. Oh, is that why? Is that why the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the army that's against them is called, I think, the Foot Clan, something like that, because they're the infantry, and they just die all the time, and somehow they get more. How do they get more people to be part of the Foot? I want to see, like Shredder, was he offering them dental care, time off? Why would they want to work for him? Were they even getting paid? What's the backstory of that? Were they clones? Number 8, the lower edge, as of a sail. The bottom part of a sail is the foot. That makes sense. The top is probably the head. The middle part is the stomach. And then we got the foot at the bottom. Number 9, the lowest part. And the synonym is bottom, as in the foot of the hill. You gotta, when you want to walk up a hill, you gotta start at the foot. You can't jump to the knee or the elbow or the shoulder. You gotta, the foot is the bottom. That's where you start. Number 10, A, the end that is lower or opposite the head. Where's the head? All right, I need to find the foot. How do I find the foot? If I know where the head is, go to the opposite side, and there will be the foot, I hope. The example is the foot of the bed. The foot of the hill is at the foot of the bed. There's a hill next to your bed. Did you put your bed next to the hill? Number 10B. This is the part, as of a stocking, that covers the foot. So the stocking has a lot of fabric. It maybe goes from the upper thigh all the way down to the foot, and so the one part of the stocking that goes on your foot is the foot. But technically, the whole thing goes on your foot. That is how you put the stocking on, or the pants, but the pants don't have foot, unless it's one of them onesies or something. So yes, that one part is the foot. Let's see. I think that was it for number 10B, and now we got number 11. There's weird information here. Foots. Ooh. Foots is the plural for 11. Yay. So this is material deposited especially in aging or refining, and the synonym is dregs. When you are aging or refining something, there's going to be leftover stuff, and that's the dregs, or also called the foot or the foots. Why? I don't know, but I don't mind it. Number 12, this is the last one. And again, the plural is foots. Interesting that they put these weird ones at the end. The plural is foots again. The synonym is footlights. Footlights. So these are, I believe, these would be the lights at the bottom of the stage to show the actors, here's the edge, don't fall. If your foot hits the light, walk backwards. Please don't fall off the stage. Also, to put lights on the actors. The footlights. Do you call them the foots? Have you stage people, do you call them the foots? Why? I hope so. All right. Yes, we have phrases. I'm not going to say them right now, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 phrases. One of them has 4 definitions. So I can't wait to talk about that in the next episode. I might record that tomorrow. So, we must pick a word of the episode. I'm going to do it, and you can do it too. You can be just like me. Today we had foolish, foolishness, foolproof, fool's cap, fool's gold, fool's paradise, fool's parsley, foosball, and foot. Maybe there's somebody they found fool's gold. Fool's gold? They found fool's gold, and so they went into a fool's paradise, and then somebody fed them fool's parsley. Okay, I think I'm just going to pick foosball as the word of the episode, because I would like to do that. Where do we go? Playing foosball, spinning the rods, making the players go wee, 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 playing foosball. It's a pretty fun game. I'm not great at it. Why are we singing this song this way? Foosball. There should be a good theme song for foosball. Everybody's playing the foosball. I don't know. That's as far as I got. You can finish it up for me. Thank you. I'm going to tell you tell you about a movie that I watched. I think I have missed a couple to put onto my list, but I will do that later. But I have the most important one, which is the one I'm going to tell you right now, which is From the Head. So Sharon and I had seen this. Let's give some quick backstory. There's a guy named George Griffith who is in the third season of Twin Peaks from 2017, and he was at the Twin Peaks Fest that we went to, I think, in 2023, and we found out that he had made a movie quite a few years before that called From the Head, and it is a very autobiographical story. I think a lot of it is straight from his life. It is about a bathroom attendant who works in a bathroom as an attendant in a strip club in New York, I think. And it's mostly about him and the people who are coming into the bathroom. It's a men's bathroom. And the vast majority of the film takes place in a bathroom. And it's really good and really well written and really well acted. And he said there's like over 60 actors because sometimes people come in for 10 seconds and then they leave. And that's the only time you see them. And there's just a lot of people coming and going into the bathroom. Yeah, it's really good. And so now we're at the end of the David Lynch retrospective in Chicago at the Music Box in 2025. And George Griffith has been here for a few days, and they showed his film, and he did a Q&A afterwards, and we've been able to chat with him. And he is a great, great dude, and he made a great, great film. And you should watch From the Head. It's not for children. We'll just say that. All right, that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you so much for checking out this episode and my foots. Can I bring my foot into the image? Oh, I did. Oh, that hurts. Okay, this is the end. Thank you so much. I've been Spencer dispensing information. Goodbye. Foots.